Do you get a free pass to wear whatever you want on your wedding day? Should you think about modesty when it comes to choosing a wedding dress? Well, watch this video to learn how to shop for a wedding dress and honor and glorify God. Hi, it's Jen with Captivated by Him. I recently got married, and one fun part of the wedding planning was choosing my dress. First, I went with my mom and sister, and it was so surreal the first time I tried on a wedding dress, and it just got me so excited for my wedding day. For many women, it may be easy to get caught up in that experience of purchasing a wedding dress and totally just forget to think about the biblical principles like pleasing God in every choice you make for your wedding. So today, in this video, I'm going to talk about how to choose a wedding dress and please God while doing it. First, let's address this question. Do you get a free pass to wear anything you want on your wedding day? The answer is no. The concept of modesty doesn't just vanish into thin air on the day you get married. There will be a lot of people looking at you, and you have the opportunity to be a good witness and influence to those who attend your wedding. So when you go wedding dress shopping, remember the principles of modesty. Modesty is having an attitude of humility before God that leads to application in how we dress. It's a matter of the heart and your inward attitude. How we dress externally should reflect our inward character. And if you want to learn more about modesty, check out our prior videos on modesty and fashion. As you shop for a wedding dress, you'll notice that there are immodest wedding dresses that draw attention to yourself rather than God. There's dresses that are too low or too sheer and transparent, and some designers purposefully actually design dresses to give the witnesses at your wedding that shock factor. And it's not unusual for brides to want to wow their guests by revealing a little too much skin. My encouragement to you, surprise them by showing off your inner beauty and your character, not your skin. Hopefully this is why your husband or future husband was interested in you in the first place. 1 Peter 3:4 encourages women to not focus on their outside adornment. And it says, "But let it be the hidden person of the heart with the imperishable quality of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is precious in the sight of God." Pick a wedding dress that reflects your imperishable quality, your gentle and quiet spirit, rather than highlighting your body. And choose to let your inner beauty be on display rather than wearing something that is immodest, which can draw people away from God. Now that we've established that you can be immodest on your wedding day and that modesty is something you should consider when purchasing wedding dresses, let's look at 1 Timothy 2:9-10. And from that, we can learn what God's word has to say about modesty. It says, "Likewise, I want women to adorn themselves with proper clothing, modestly and discreetly, not with braided hair and gold or pearls or costly garments, but rather by means of good works, as is proper for women making a claim to godliness." This doesn't mean you can't have braids on your wedding or wear pearls or spend a little more money on your wedding dress than you would normally spend on your clothes. It does mean you should focus on adorning yourself in good works and display your godliness. With modesty, your inner beauty should be reflected by how you assemble your exterior. There are many different options for modest wedding dresses when you just remember the principle of seeking to dress for God and His glory instead of yourself. For example, you can pick a large and flowy wedding dress or a mermaid style dress, A-lines, or other types of silhouettes, and you can wear a simple white dress or one with a ton of sparkles and pearls or lace. You can wear a beautiful wedding dress that honors God. When we focus on our inward character and have a desire to bring other people's attention to God, then we can choose a really great dress to wear for our wedding. And guess what? I want you to be beautiful and in a beautiful dress on your wedding day. I remember when I got my dress, I went with one of my best friends, Hannah, who I trusted to help me decide whether a dress was drawing too much attention to my body or drawing attention to God's beauty. And we found a dress that we thought was absolutely beautiful with cute little flower applique that really matched my style and a long princessy skirt. And it was elegant and fairy tale-esque, but not over the top. And I couldn't stop smiling while wearing it. I wanted to be beautiful on my wedding day too, and I chose the dress that I thought was most beautiful to God. God values marriage, and so we should intentionally choose a wedding gown that brings Him glory. Keep God in mind when you're selecting your dress. To consider if your dress is honoring to the Lord and modest, you can ask yourselves these questions. What does this dress communicate to others? What is this dress put on display? Are people going to think about my character and my husband's story, which is that God sovereignly brought us together? Is this dress going to leave an impression, and what kind of impression? And for whose glory? My own or God's? And you can ask yourselves these questions, not just when you're purchasing a wedding dress, but you can ask yourselves these kind of questions with every clothing purchase that you make. We should always strive to bring God honor and reflect what He's done to change us inwardly with what we wear on the outside. And this can make clothes shopping so much more meaningful and fun because you're doing it for God's glory and not your own glory or your self-image. You can be excited about reflecting God's image by following biblical principles and expressing your personality as you choose what to wear. So, keep striving to display godliness in every area of your life. And this includes the wedding dress you say yes to. Please comment down below with some of the principles you hope to consider when choosing your wedding dress, or if you have any questions about modesty. If this video was helpful to you, then please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more content on how to live in a way that glorifies God. And until next time, stay captivated.